Good morning, everyone. Hope you are all doing great. And welcome to this morning session today. I've and the topic of today's discussion in the chat box, which is taking initiative and being proactive in work responsibility. And what I want to say about this topic, I think, is that I think yesterday or a day before that, one of our topic was about professional growth and how to be professional in our work and how to develop in what we are doing. So I think this topic is really related to that one because being taking initiative and being proactive for your responsibilities in workplace can really help you to develop and grow in a workplace. I think because when I think this initiative helps people improve their innovation because employees encouraged to think creatively and have new ideas because of uh, being initiative in workplace. You always want to solve problems. You identify problems. You find solutions, and you it's people who are taking initiative, people who are proactive are more likely to uh, be creative and suggest um, different and new ideas. And also, I think taking initiative is one of the aspects of leadership. So when someone, an employee, um, shows that they can take initiative, it's a show of their leadership potential and how they can advance their career because it's important for them and they want to take the responsibility and you can rely on them by giving them the responsibility. So I think it shows that how much they are capable of have promotions and develop in their career. And I think, you know, people who are proactive, uh, they don't want to ask them to do things because they always seek out opportunities. They always want to learn and grow and develop, and they are the ones who are always volunteer for projects, for solving new things and have additional responsibilities. So I think they are the one that hold an organization because um, they always want to do more things and they it's themselves that are seeking for opportunities to show themselves and show their capabilities. So I think if I want to talk about the benefits of being proactive, is that it helps you boost productivity. So when mm, because you don't wait for an instruction to take the action that is needed. You try to come up with it yourself and do it yourself, and you can manage your time better because you always want to do more things, so you have to manage your time. So it helps you manage your time. It helps you. It develops the problem solving skills in people, and I think Also, I think proactive people, proactive colleagues motivate other people, other staff, and it makes their action makes a positive environment in which other staff, other people, um, try to somehow compete with them, and it makes an environment that everyone are trying to uh, do better and do more, and I think it helps the team to grow and be in a better place. So and all of these together can help people to um, increase their job satisfaction. So that's what I wanted to talk about this topic, and I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas. So if anyone else wants to go ahead and share their ideas, you're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Sepidi, for your introduction and your very good points. I do agree with you regarding the topic we had yesterday and today. It's basically about development. It's about being ahead of the game. So taking initiative and being proactive in work responsibilities, like the topic says, it reminds me very much of a book written by I've forgotten the name. I'll tell you once again later. But it's called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And one of the habits is being proactive. How come I've forgotten the name? Sorry. Being proactive. And what does that mean to be proactive? To think ahead, to be ahead of the game, to not to wait for something to happen, to plan for it before it happens, so that you are ready for any eventualities. Instead of being reactive when something happens and then you start running up and down, which may lead you to making mistakes, not being able to resolve the issue. So that anticipation, thinking ahead, is very crucial in a work environment like where we are in. And that self-direction again, because once you are in an environment like we are in, you are already thinking, you are already planning, like Noah was saying yesterday, like you have a plan ahead of you, which you are looking at, not just waiting to be given direction, because it's an environment where you know what has to be done. So if you are not sure, you need to seek advice from somebody. So problem solving will be easy if you are already set, if you are ahead of the game, if you've planned, if you're reacting, if you are working proactively, not just reacting. So this is going to involve continuous learning again, because once you look at what is ahead of you, what has to be done next month or next week, and you are not sure, that's when you try to learn. That's when you try to seek advice. That's when you alert your colleagues, your comrades, so that you are not faced with an issue. You can meet a deadline where you could have gone through it quickly, but because you are not ahead of the game, you are not thinking ahead, you are delaying everybody. Then this requires adaptability as well. You have to be adaptable, you have to be flexible. So people come to you looking for advice, or people come to you for help. Yes, you are busy, fine, but try as much as you can to be flexible, to help out. So the topic, taking initiative and being proactive in work responsibilities, I think is something every one of us has to take very seriously, because we are here to work. And if we are here to work, then we should be able to work. There shouldn't be any excuses. And these excuses are basically individual excuses. We could say, oh, the company hasn't provided this. I haven't been trained. Nobody has shown me. But it's our own responsibility. It's your responsibility that you find out what has to be done and equip yourself with the necessary skills to be able to achieve or to do whatever you are meant to be doing. Yeah, from what I said yesterday, I don't want to be repeating myself, so that's my contribution here. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for your contribution and the key points that you mentioned. So, if anyone else wants to go ahead and share anything.
Yeah, I think for me, I'll just piggyback on what Robert said. I like the definition of being able to anticipate something and doing something about it other than waiting for something to happen for you to, to react, to respond. So I think it's just something that, is very important for us to be able to have, not even just in at work, but even in our personal lives, we have to be able to be proactive about certain things, And I think one of the things that also being proactive helps you is that it helps you to be able to think ahead and just be kind of like ahead of your time. Yeah, and not just thinking about life or work as it is right now, So for example, let's say when it comes to technology, just being able to think and reacting before, it already happens, So I'll give an example. I think I've given this example before, it's like before COVID, there were so many businesses that were just dealing with people in person, yeah. But it was mostly those businesses, that had, been proactive enough to think ahead and say, okay, maybe let's take our business online, that were kind of like ahead of their times, that were able to thrive during that time. And a lot of businesses, that had not been proactive enough to think about to think about things like adding certain technologies to their businesses, they struggled. And yeah, so for me, that's what I'd say, it helps you to be able to take time and actually think ahead, so you're not just waiting to be told to do something or to be told about something, but you're actually taking time to research about things. So for example, you don't need to be told that, okay, let's say if maybe I finish one level of education or I know something, I don't have to wait to maybe face a challenge, say, okay, no, I need to maybe go back and study something else. But you just have it in mind that, I have to up my skills. I need to improve my skills, So I think it really helps because you're not just waiting to always react to things. Because I think if you're always waiting to react to things, somehow you would delay or you will be late because there are always people who are thinking ahead, So it just really helps for us to be able to think ahead. And I think even just our employers or any employer would just love to work with somebody who is always ahead of their game, other than someone who, you always have to tell them and then that's when they do it. It's always good because it even helps, just to bring new ideas into the business, and new ways of doing things. And that just helps us, just to always, again, make sure that, we're ahead of our game. Yeah.
Thank you, Linda, for your contribution. Anyone else wants to go ahead and share?
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Morning now.
Okay, so for me, it's just like the topic for yesterday. It's just like the same for today, because like most of the things that we discussed about yesterday are just similar things that I think that are applicable also to this topic, because all about you being proactive in the work. It's all about you having a positive behavior within the workplace, because you can't have a negative behavior and then you hoping to be proactive here. I don't think so. I don't think it will work. So for me, the first thing that whenever some of this topic come in line is about our communication. The way we communicate. We really need to communicate well to our colleagues well, and then we need to pass on the information, because just like how I said yesterday, most of the information here basically on email. So if you are not communicating well to your colleague, or you are not making things known to them, I don't think, for me, I think it will less your productivity, because imagine you sending an email and then most of the things that need to be there are not there, and sincerely, it will enable the team not to be productive, because maybe a single code, for instance, if you are working on a VAT, a single password will hold this team for more than 2 or 3 hours until that password is here. So you see, that's why it's very, very important for you, for us all here, to be communicating effectively. It does not mean verbally, also in terms of your writing, you're communicating to your fellow colleagues. It's very, very important. And another thing again is about, I think I said something about it yesterday. It's about for each and every one of us here to be taking responsibility, simply by us be holding ourselves accountable in whatever thing that we are doing. Because if we are holding ourselves accountable, then I believe we will be able to be proactive, and then we'll be able to take initiative. Because I'll not be afraid to say, okay, you know what, you do this, this, and this, because you are used to it. You are taking or holding yourself accountable. Because our main motive here, because what, again, we need to take in cognizance about, is about we serving our clients. It's about servicing. So just like how Mola always say, leave every person you meet with an impression of increase. So if you are holding yourself accountable, then trust me, I believe the only, for you to show accountability alone will enable your colleagues to be impressed, because you know what, this task that they might be finding it very difficult, or they do not know who did it, and then you come here and said, okay, I'm the one that did this, I made this mistake, I do this, and because mind you, we are not breaking anything here. Anything so far that we are doing is basically we will correct it, no matter how it takes. We are going to correct it. So you need to be holding yourself accountable. And then another thing again is about the feedback that I talk about. The feedback is very, very important, because if you don't see, if you are not seeking constructive feedback, you might be thinking that, oh, you know what I've done is very good, or is very nice, 100%, it's okay. So you need to seek feedback to your colleague. You need to seek feedback to your immediate boss. You need to seek feedback to anybody so far that you're working, even if it's not your boss, but your colleague. You need to seek feedback from them, because you seeking for feedback will enable a team to know where you have gone wrong, or you enable yourself to know that where you have gone wrong, or where you have gone right. So you see, that's very, very important in terms of us being proactive. Just like how Robert mentioned earlier on, it's about the continuous learning. Learning here is very, very important, because you need to set yourself to the current trend. You need to put yourself to certain things that we are operating on, because for now we are using QuickBooks Zero, Spotlight reporting, digital. We have different things that we are using here. So, but for you to be to set yourself out of the crowd, you need to understand how these things work. It's very, very important, because continuous learning is very, very important. This made just like yesterday when I saw Tony Elumelu posting about his journey way back 2004 in Harvard Business School, and until now, until today, yes, because they are holding a session in terms of his foundation to the Harvard. It's a continuous learning. So imagine Tony Elumelu having anything so far that he wants in life is going out, is pursuing and continuous learning. Who who am I not to learn? So you see, it's very, very important. It's telling us that we need to do more. Tony has everything, anything so far that he wants in life. If he requested for it, he's going to have it. So who am I? Who are you for us not to learn? Who am I not to learn? So you see, that's very important for us to embrace continuous learning. It's very, very important in our daily lives or within our workplace. So for me, this is my own take on this topic. Thank you. Sepida, you are mute.
Oh, sorry,
Zipita, I can't hear you.
sorry, I
Okay,
thought I unmuted myself. Yeah, thank you, no, thank you for sharing. And if anyone else wants to go ahead and share any ideas or thoughts. We have a few minutes left, so
Good morning.
I
Good
suggest
morning, everyone.
morning.
morning.
So, yeah, I want to add few things, like very few things, because you people have already added many things. Yeah, as like when I joined Moracle as a fresher, I have no knowledge. I don't know how to, get experience in what way. I don't know how to get that. But coming to this topic, like taking initiative and being proactive in work responsibilities. As a fresher, I need to take initiative, and I need to be proactive and in everything, like to ask any work, or like to uh, do work, or like to learn anything. I should be eager to do anything, like I should be eager to do work that others avoid also. Yeah, because if you want to learn, you need to be proactive, you need to take initiative, I can say. Because you know I'm mentioning myself, because you know I want to like add few things which I experienced in this journey, like in 2 months journey. Like getting when I was getting QuickBooks certificate, like I was learning few things, but I don't know how to start real work experience, and I don't know really how to start. And I went to Nova, and I went to Mariama, and I went to like few like robot and all. Like they suggested many things, and like this made me to get some experience. Like like if I don't talk to them, as Noah said, the communication between colleagues should be very good, because when we don't communicate with people, we are not going to get anything. Like the company productivity will also decrease, and it's not going to be good. So being proactive and taking initiatives will increase productivity, and employees also can learn many things from their seniors, or like um, the work they get from the company, I can say. Yeah, and if you I want to say one thing, like if you know something, just share it to others, so that when I know, like many people are busy, but yeah, share whenever we get free time. Yeah, we need to share to the people who don't know that thing, I can say. Yeah, I really thank for the staff for the support, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sukesh. Thank you. So I think we can end our session for today. Thank you all
Oh,
for your participation.
yes. Oh, okay.
Hi, James.
Right. Hello.
If you want to add anything, you're welcome.
I'm sorry about, yeah, just a small one, because I
Of
was
course.
copying actually earlier on before we started. I said I don't want to pass it on to you. Anyway, I think Robert, I think the guy, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I think is Steve Covey. I think that's the writer. I mean, other people might be interested. Steve Covey. I think that's the guy maybe you were referring to.
Yeah, it's him actually.
Yeah.
No, has
Yeah.
put it in the chat as well. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, this proactive. Mine is just a small one, because when we go to a task, you work better when you know where you are going. In other words, the end is the one that is determining what you are doing. Other than just going, I mean, like or any journey really. If you know that you are going to a certain place, you drive better if if all of you are drivers. You drive better if you know the place, and therefore, yeah. So you first of all, you will know how long it takes. Okay, these days we are okay because of the fact that we have sat navs. But those days before the sat navs, again, still you have to have your roadmap. You realize where is there any values, is there any rest place, and so on and so forth. So I think proactivity is that way, because once you get a task, you look at the end, then you evaluate the things that are going to be either hindrances or the assistance that you will need. And that's the reason why, yeah, this proactive being proactive is so important. I remember in one place when I was working, so one of the managers would say, James, why aren't you not proactive? You know, he would actually, he would really get me into that. Why aren't you proactive? You know, I would have gone to him, and then I'm going with a task which I would have done better if I was proactive. So this is really, very important. And I think that's the bit I just wanted to add. The fact that if you are in a task, so if you are doing a task, you know where you are starting, but the most important, where are you going? How is that task going to be? How are you visualizing it? If of course it is new, again, still it's the same thing. Getting on people who are going to help to complete tasks, that will be in the planning of this this task, and indeed it will improve productivity. But above all, it also increases happiness. There's, I think, is it dopamine? Something like when you know when you do a task and you complete it, there is the feeling, there is the chemicals that come, the body just releases those chemicals, and you want to do more and more. And it's always good if you are in a workplace or you are working and you have this dopamine in it. You will really go ahead. There will be too much energy, and you will pass it on to others as well. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, James. Thank you for your contribution. And okay, if no one else wants to add anything, I think we can end our session for today. Thank you everyone for being here and participate to our topic, and hope you start a great day. Thank you.